Thank you very much, AKHTAR. It's always a pleasure to come and speak in this mosque, and it's a privilege today to speak along with AKHTAR, your local council, and the Thomas C. leader of the council. I know there's a very high level of concern about the Act of Parliament that was passed through on relationship and sex education. It went through some time ago, but what's happened recently is that it also went through Parliament as an implementation date, and that implementation date is September 2020. So there's some time, I believe, for us to continue to campaign on this issue, and that we will do. I've already met with the Bolton Councillor Amos, along with Yasmin Qureshi, the Labour Member of Parliament for Bolton South, and expressed our support on this matter. We both refused to support this legislation that was brought through by the Conservatives, a couple of months ago, I think. I think now I understand that the Conservative Member of Parliament from Bolton West did vote for the legislation, but Yasmin Qureshi and I refused to support it because we understand that there's a very high level of concern amongst the community, and from a personal point of view, I've always taken the view that the vast majority of parents are good people. I trust parents. I very much believe that, with very, very few exceptions, it's parents who are really concerned about the children. Not teachers, with all due respect, not policemen, not councillors, not judges, not social workers, not anybody but parents who should have the last say. They're the people who have the most interest at heart of their children. So as a matter of absolute principle, whether I agree with this legislation or not, I would argue that parents are entitled to exclude their children from this kind of sex education. I don't say that just about Muslims, because this is an issue with the Christian community as well. And there's always been an issue, for example, with the Roman Catholic community, who've always been strongly devoted, really, to educating their own children in their own way. And I think as a matter of absolute principle, we should both do that. So, as I say, I'm of the view anyway that even if you agree with this legislation, it seems to me very much too young to teach children in primary school. I have grandchildren who really should be enjoying their time as children. That's really what education should be about. I know this is a different and very much more dangerous world than it used to be. It's not the environment that I was brought up in as a child. So we have to be very considerate that our children do know what's going on. But that doesn't mean we should take away their innocence. I'm of the view that childhood should be enjoyed as children, and in many respects we ought to protect them from that. When they get a little bit older, I think it's a different matter. And what we will need to do is have a look at how this legislation takes effect. As I said, we've got some time in between. I'm very grateful for your petition today.
Petition against RSE for community.
Well, this petition, I think, does assist me in making this point to the education ministers responsible, that they can't really and shouldn't ride roughshod over what parents do. And as I say, as you say, there's a letter that will allow you to exclude them, and that is, I think, the argument we have to fight. The right, whether you agree or not, for parents to be predominant in this matter. They're our children. As I say, they're not the children of the establishment. We have a responsibility to those children to bring them up well, and with that, we, in my view, we should be able to make prime decisions about what kind of education they get. So thanks for your petition today. I'm honoured and privileged to be able to present this to the Minister concerned, and that is what I'll do. I'll discuss the matter again with the other Labour MP in Bolton, Yasmin Qureshi, and jointly we will fight this issue on your behalf. So thank you very much again.
Inshallah, Sir David Crausby is our MP. आप में से हर कोई इख्तियार है कि सोगदी आपके सामने मौजूद है, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है किसी किस्म का आप इनसे अभी कर सकते हैं अगर कोई जी.
So first of all, thank you very much for coming here and for your address. Can I just ask yourself, what may be the reasons in the part of the people who proposed this legislation? Why did they propose it?
I think there's a sort of genuinely held view among some politicians that this is a difficult and changing world. And I agree with that. I think that our children need to be informed about what's going on. Their view is that should start at a very early age. That's where I differ. I don't think it's the sort of issue that you can properly deal with 5, 6, 7 and 8-year-olds. I think it is an issue. I mean, when I was a child, questions of homosexuality and same-sex relationships and transgender was something that we'd never even heard of. This is a different world than the one I was brought up in. I accept that. But we've got to be really careful, in my view, that we don't take away children's innocence at the same time that we try to educate them against dangers. So the people who have introduced this, in my view, wrongly believe that they're introducing this legislation in order to protect children. As I say, I'm very much in favour of protecting children by educating them, but there's a time and a place to do it, and at the end of the day, for me, parents should have the last say.
Well, I have children, I'm a parent, and I just want to say that this framework is not acceptable, not just to Muslims, to parents everywhere, and it's a disgusting policy. And you politicians need to know this, that we're not going to stand for this.
I think we do know. I think politicians like me do know this. I pride myself in being sort of in touch with the community. I'm a parent and grandparent myself. I have five grandchildren. One of them's 7-year-old. I do not want, personally, as a politician and as a human being, for people to teach the wrong things to my granddaughter in the wrong way. And that's why I say I believe in parents. The vast majority of parents are extremely good people and the best people to look after the interests of our children. And you can be assured that from my point of view, I will fight and do my best to defend that.
Thank you very much.
You say that this policy is going to begin next year, September 2020. It's already been talked with us prevent measures. In Birmingham, they know outside this program without informing parents. Under the prevent measure saying that okay, Muslims are radicals, therefore we have to de-radicalize them.
Well, I mean, the legislation went through, and as usual with legislation of this kind, there's usually a period of implementation. And the purpose of that period of implementation is to gauge the view of the people. And, I very much support that. That is how we should introduce legislation. Sometimes we pass laws in Westminster that are completely out of touch with the community itself. And I actually believe that this is one of those pieces of legislation that may well be in some people's minds a good thing to do, but hasn't really properly communicated with the community. And as you say, in Birmingham, there have already been protests and threats to withdraw the children from school. What we've got to do, though, is find the best solution in the interest of our children. And I'm not of the view at this point that we should be withdrawing children from school. We should be making sure that our children get a good education.
The latter is to withdraw them from certain classes, but the education is that others have proposed teaching it in other subjects such as science, maths. So how do you as a parent let children explore those other classes?
Well, I think that's fundamentally one of the real problems with this piece of legislation, that previously It's been the practice in this country that parents were entitled to withdraw their children from religious education studies. And frequently that's what parents did. But this legislation integrates this relationship and sex education into all subjects. So it's almost impossible for us to withdraw our children from all of the subjects without taking our children out of education. And really that is clearly not in the best interest of our children. So what we've got to do over this next year or more is emphasise on the government there needs to be some changes in this legislation, because even with the right to withdraw our children, if it's integrated in all subjects, then it will be virtually impossible for us to withdraw our children. So we need changes in the legislation.
Final question. Not said that this is not what I would say more Tories vote against this, and currently the unions are basically pushing this through as much as possible. The supporters of the Labour Party.
The Labour Party had a 3-line whip on voting for this, as did the Conservatives. I think right across the Parliament there were 3-line whips, and by a 3-line whip, I mean there was pressure and threats made to members of Parliament that they must vote for it. That didn't stop Yasmin Qureshi and I refusing to vote for it, and they will do what they do as far as I'm concerned. This for me is an important matter of principle.
Thank you very much.
Why did you not vote against it instead of abstaining?
Well, I tell you the honest reason why I didn't vote against it. I had a discussion with Yasmin Qureshi on the matter. Yasmin Qureshi chooses to be a member of the front bench. She's a shadow justice minister. If she had voted against it, she would have had to step down as a shadow justice minister. For my part, I don't choose to be a front bench member. But for me, I could quite easily have voted against it. But I didn't. We discussed it together, and we thought the right thing to do was to do the same thing. You know, we stand together as Labour members of Parliament here. I didn't want to vote against this and put Yasmin Qureshi under pressure to resign as a front bench justice representative. I didn't think that were in Yasmin's best interest, and I didn't think it was in Bolton's interest either, because we really want to ensure that our members of Parliament have as much influence as possible. So that's the honest answer. That we met together, discussed the question, and decided that we would do the same thing, which was refuse to vote for it, and that is what we did.
Thank you very much.